All right, let's try this again. Um, I'm not sure at all what happened or what is happening with the good camera. But basically, I switched to my carve cam, which is basically it's really the last webcam that I was using before I started using. I have the Lumix G7. Um, so this is now time to be pressed and consumed because it is morning time, and yeah. But yeah, I'm using the Lumix G7. But for some reason, and it's and it's like I always preach this. I always say, don't update OBS. Do not make any updates to OBS before stream. You want to do it, after you do some research, after you basically after you do your due diligence and everything. And then after you do all that, then you wanna update it. I did not do that because it technically wasn't like an OBS. It wasn't an OBS kind of update. It was to OBS Live. And for those who aren't like versed in what's the difference, what's this versus what's that, OBS Live is kind of like a plugin that you put into OBS, and that is what allows me to like help see my alert. So like when I get like people, when people follow, when people like, all those other things, like when that happens, I'm able to see that in real time just looking at my my screen, and it shows up right there. And so it was telling me that there was an update available for OBS Live, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm actually what's that? Oh, I was very productive this morning. Like, I'm like, oh no, this is cool. I have time for it to update. I've restarted my computer because I was having like issues there. So I was just like, oh, let me go ahead and just quickly update OBS, and everything will be good to go. This will be great, productive morning and whatnot. And then I update it, and then all of a sudden now, when I, try to use the good camera, it stays on for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it doesn't want to work anymore. So now I have to go through that, take a look at what's going on there, and see what is going on, especially when we move into the later portion, the evening stream, which of course is our chip carving stream. And I actually need two cameras for that. One for the face, one for the actual chip carving that's happening. So that is definitely something that I'm going to be, looking at trying to fix. Trying to see, do I have like a spare? One moment. Like, do I have a spare utensil? All right. So it's a metal straw. Save the turtles. Thank you, Amy, for the Christmas gift. This was a Christmas gift last year, I believe. Yeah, it was last year. And no, not last year, not 2020. No, in 2019, that was a gift. Beautiful. Okay, well, more than beautiful, it's actually tasty. It's really good. So yeah, so typically Fridays, I know we usually have a we usually go through and do Marvel's Avengers. Last week, I had to be, just completely blunt and upfront. I was not having fun grinding the same mission. It wasn't even like grinding the mission, it was like grinding the first part of the mission over and over and over again, collecting, 2 chests. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and, I'll do some grinding off stream. And then by today, I should have been able to provide, everyone with the, the platinum trophy kind of accomplishment that we could all do together, and, get Kate up to 150 power level, and then do all the hive things. I was not aware that all the hive missions were the multi-layered, like five levels per hive mission. I thought maybe there's one where you go in, you do a mission that kind of like introduces you to what a hive mission is, and then I can just quickly grind that out and everything will be fine. That's not the case. Not only is that wasn't the case, but also the material that you need to upgrade your major artifact, it's called I believe it's polychloron or something like that. There's basically only a certain amount that you can get per day, and that is through basically doing certain missions, doing certain bounties, and really just like that in-level high, like the in-game missions. But there's only a certain amount that you can get per day from my knowledge. Now, I thought that there was a little bit of like in like my final time of like trying to do it and get everything together. I was doing it, and then I started on I kept playing on Kate Bishop, but then I switched over to Thor, which, long story short, that heroic hive gauntlet, so that heroic, epic, or exotic hive mission is just ridiculous. But I got all the bounties and all the things on Kate, and then I switched over to Thor, and I was able, I had collected them on him as well, and so they were completing as well. So I'm like, is it telling me that I can collect the bounties per character, collect all the bounties per character and do it that way and grind out that polychloron material that way? Because if so, then definitely that is helpful, it's beneficial, and then definitely by next Friday I'll be able to upgrade that major artifact, because right now I believe I need 113, something like that. It's like 113, no more than 120 polychloron in order to level up the major artifact that I'm currently leveling up. And from my knowledge, you can get about 20 per day. And that's if they're nice enough for it. I think that there's a bug with the missions. Like there's some missions that, it's saying that I haven't that I've already completed after the reset. So I'm like, I haven't completed it though. Like, you just refreshed it. What do you mean that it's still saying that I completed? So like at best, the most you can get is 20 per day. Now, if it's, if my speculation is correct and it's like 20 per character, then that will definitely help, because 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, then that would be a game session. Like in one session, I would be able to get all the material that I would need for Kate, in which, if that is so, then, we definitely make a stream out of that. But since we don't know, I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be, honest with everyone. Like, I'm not going to go through and just keep running like those hive missions, especially if it's like it's not serving the purpose of getting to that platinum trophy, especially when, if there's a limit on the certain material and I'm nowhere near the amount that I need to be able to get to in order to level up that major artifact, then I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to have the same kind of experience. I don't want to have the same kind of stream that I had last week, where I'm just like, it's already morning. You guys already know how I feel about mornings. I'm surprised that I'm even up. but again, you guys know how I feel about mornings. I at least want to do things that are fun, that are exciting, and I want to be able to present that. I don't want to have to like drone and just be like, oh my gosh, I'm grinding the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it's not fun. Um, I don't want to do that, so we're not going to do that. But speaking of fun, um, so I was playing around with my gear in Destiny. I was playing around with my gear, with my everything. Oh, trees! Happy New Year! And thank you so much for liking the stream. I really appreciate it. But I was saying, I was messing around a bit with, my loadout with my gear, and I wanted to figure out, like, I wanted to, Crucible and in like the weapons and everything and stuff, it's very stale. So what can I do to kind of like shake that up, to kind of just like make it a little bit different? So I started playing around with the different weapons, with different gear and everything. And if you were with me last year, it was just about this time too, last year, when Ariana's Vow came out, I started messing around with the loadout that required the bow in Ariana's Vow, and we really liked that combination. Like I was down for it. The amount of time that I was using it was like, Happy New Year to you too, cousin. But yeah, just the amount of time that I was using it and how I was using it and everything, it was so fun. But for one reason or another, I just decided, and not a lot of people are using it. People are beating me. And instead of going for it and, really learning how to use it, I just gave up and just, went with the flow. We're not going to do that. I picked everything back up. I adjusted my loadout back to that. So we are actually going to, go into the Crucible and, really wreck some faces with it. Now, full disclosure, it's not going to work all the time. So what you will see me do occasionally is I have another loadout. So basically I have two PvP loadouts. I have one which is the Ariana's Vow bow kind of loadout. Thank you so much for liking the stream and Happy New Year to you. So I have two different loadouts. One that's a bow Ariana Vow combination, and then another is like a pulse rifle sniper combination. And that's only because that's my version of safety. This is what I feel comfortable using, but it's still unique enough to the point where I'm like, I'm not just equipped in a hand cannon, like calling it like, oh, that's what the meta is. This is the meta. So I do have two loadouts, but essentially what I want to do is, well, first and foremost, I believe I have enough material to make some cookies, so we are going to make some cookies, deliver that in hopes that we are going to be able to do our part and help with the community event, but then immediately after we make as many cookies as we can and deliver them, we're going to go into the Crucible and spend like a lot of our time in there, because this is technically like a learning experience and like really crafting what we're doing with the loadout and making sure that it's the best, because I can tell you, I have some save clips and there are some moments where I'm like, yo, this is like crazy. Like I have it saved. I have some like a clip of like someone immediately after I did that, like they left, and I'm like, my bad. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this. First and foremost, let's go. Nope, I was like, let's go to the Crucible. I think we finished the community. Event. Yeah, we did. All right. Well, in any case, then yeah, let's go ahead and update. Let's go ahead, grab some bounties, and then see what this gift is. I want to see if oh, got it. Okay, so people have already posted what it is. not what it is, or I think they posted what it is. I didn't really get a good look at it. Let's see. Look at the wonderful gifts the people of the last city have sent you, Guardian. Eva stands beaming among the piles of presents. I knew you would spread hope throughout the system, but this is amazing. Quentin, thank you so much for liking the stream, buddy. Hope you're having a happy new year. Move that on over so the alerts aren't just on the corner of the screen. I've always been proud of you. When things looked their worst, I knew you were out there fighting to make it right. When the pyramids came, when the darkness took, Eva falls silent for a long moment, then smiles. I've always been proud of you, Guardian, she says. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so you get a dance, you get a exotic, you get, I guess, a pull front, you get an exotic thing, so you get like exotic gear, so, you know, not sure why. Not that, I don't know. I just saw one and it was like, I don't know why I didn't expect anything less or something like that. Okay. While I'm here, well, let me just go ahead and pick up that. I do think that I actually need that. I actually need a primary as well. Just pick up all of these. Actually need more glimmer. I am so glimmer broke, y'all. It is ridiculous. Okay. So while we're here, let's not go immediately into. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let's go to control. We're gonna go to control first, and then after that, we're gonna go into solo comp. Also, full disclosure, so as I was trying to work out this loadout and make everything, you know, all good to go, I did fall back a bit. I did fall back on the glory rank. You know, and I feel like that is due in part to I take not full responsibility, but partial responsibility. Oh, look at that. A lot of it was actually like that one. I like that one better than going on the snow height. So let's do that. Got that, and then we got an ascended shard. What are these for? What are they for? I don't want to dismantle them because I'm just like, what are they for? Has anyone else discovered what they are and what they're like, what they're supposed to be? Because if there's something good and I dismantle it, I'll be pissed. Let's do some of those. But yeah, Happy New Year. I was finally able to order a PS5. Yes, Quentin. Yes. Is it Richard? Hey, welcome. Quentin, did they say when they are going to deliver it? And a very happy new year to you too, Richard. We are going to be hanging out in Crucible for a part of the stream. So I guess in this time it'd be good to show you guys what loadout we're now working with. January 5th. That's like 4 days away. Oh my gosh, Quentin, you are going to love it. I guarantee you're going to love it. So excited. I'm excited for you. I've been playing since September, and literally every time I boot up Destiny, I can't believe that we were playing Destiny 2 in 30 FPS. Like 60 FPS Destiny is a different experience, and I don't know. It's just a really good one. So that's 1260. Yeah, I think we're good on that. I ordered it December 31st. Nice. Nice. Getting around the holiday season when everyone has already, like, the holidays are over, so everyone's just like, whatever. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get Charlie the PS5, so it's fine. Christmas already passed. We'll get it for his birthday. So like now's around the time where people who are trying to beat the holiday rush and give them like the good gift, I feel like interest in it has started to like fall back a little bit. So not a lot of people are looking for it anymore. Very smart, very smart. Always seem to be contacting Destiny 2 servers. I guess it's because it doesn't. I think the game just doesn't like me when I stream and play Destiny 2 at the same time for some reason. Okay, didn't see them. But do you see how already, do you see how it works? Like, I know I was supposed to go over the I was supposed to go over like what the loadout actually is and what it does. Ooh, Sandra, thank you so much for liking the stream. It's like I don't recognize them. Come on. I know I hit you. I saw a good tag, so. Okay. Oh crap. Oh, and then Sandra, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, but as you guys can see, the okay, that I don't know how to explain that. That I do not know how to explain, except for the fact that okay, thank you. Come on. There we go. Okay. I was like, what? So it looks like, I mean, at least for the game, it feels like there's a little bit of a delay. Yep, because I'm contacting Destiny 2 servers, even though I have no idea why. Oh, so I'm only contacting Destiny 2 servers. I play on PC as well. Okay, so I mean, I guess it's not going to be surprising to you then. But the great part about it is that now you won't your eyes won't hurt if you ever have that experience like before when I like switched from a game like a game that did support like 60 FPS on PlayStation, and then I switched to Destiny, my eyes always hurted. They always hurted. Always just had like an issue, not an issue per se, like oh, this is just unbearable, but it would take some time like going back. So like when I would go from Destiny to I would go like from Destiny to Call of Duty, and then I would go back to Destiny, but it would take me some time to get readjusted to Destiny. Run out. Emma, I guess I shot some. Okay, that's fine. I use a 50-inch TV. My eyes never hurt. How do you play PvP anything on a 50-inch screen? Like, does that not hurt like your neck or your eyes or anything? Like, how do you manage that? Because I was having an issue with the 32-inch screen. Like, that's why I like switched everything to a that's why I switched everything to me just using a gaming monitor. Because I was like, I can't do an actual TV. Like, I can't do an actual TV, and I can't do a big TV. Well, at least one person got him. Yep, way to shoot me with that heat cannon, buddy. I think also that's why, I think that's also why I have like a bit of like a kind of issue with like contacting Destiny servers, because it's 6v6. I got my TV eye level. Is that the secret? Was I doing it wrong that whole time? Because again, I mean, and I feel like, you know, with like, I mean, it might also like partially be because I had like, you know, I was doing the whole, you know, I want to get good at PvP. What do I need to do? And like reading other people's like, you know, videos and articles, and they're like, you want to get a screen that's, oh, well, they just completely wiped the floor with us. I take partial responsibility for this, but yeah, this was not my fault. It saves me from looking up. Yeah, and so I was reading and like looking at different videos, and what they were saying was you want to get a screen, or like, you know, if you want to do like the dual monitor or whatever you're playing on Destiny or any PvP game for that matter, you want to get a screen that is big enough so that your focus, you just stay there. Like I have like, it's almost approaching like 30 inches. And so you just want to get a screen that is like eye level, that's just right in front of you. And you just want to make sure that, you know, you're able to see everything, so that if it's not big enough, you don't have to like look a little bit over here or look a little bit over there, because even the like smallest movements of your head like can be the instant of like, okay, how do you react to that? And again, this is, you know, me looking up different videos and, you know, content of like how to be really good at PvP. Like, I'm pretty sure this is Epoch, thank you so much for liking the stream. I'm pretty sure like those videos were like, oh, so you want to be an esports professional, well, here's what you need to do. So of course they're like, no, you need to get a screen that's big enough, but you need to be able to react like really quickly, and all that. And I'm just like, I just want to be good at PvP. So I mean, I guess that makes sense, especially, you know, with like the 50-inch screen. If it's like 50-inch screen and then, you know, it's like right in front of you, you don't have to turn your head so much. I don't know. I don't know. But you know, if it works for you, Quentin, go for it, you know? Which I feel like you're like, yeah, it works for me. That's why I continue to do it. If I didn't, I wouldn't be saying, if it didn't work for me, I would have said I don't use a 50-inch screen. So I totally get it. I broke 24 KDs and crucibles with my TV setup. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Like, for me, the longest crucible streaks that I've been on have been on these 28-inch screens, 28.7-inch screens, and I just really love not having to like completely turn my head, because just with the way that I was playing with other screens, I always felt like I had to like turn my head, or there was like a noticeable, like it was like a noticeable, what's that? A noticeable delay in me, you know, like input lag. That's it. And, you know, and it's not like like I press this and then like 3 seconds later it would show up on the screen, but it's just like when I needed to like turn a little bit, you know, it wouldn't turn as fast, even though now with the field of view slider with Destiny 2 on PS4, with there being a field of view slider, I think I would have a better time on an actual like TV screen now that I can see more with Destiny 2, and I can actually see more rather than like the field of view only being like this much, and then I'm like, oh, I have to turn so much because I can't see outward. So that might actually be something that I would think about trying. But here's the thing, this desk This little streaming setup that I have right now is already cluttered. It's already like flustered. Would have to like I would literally have to find like a standalone stand, or figure out a way to like put it against a wall, because right now like there's room back there, like in back of this whole streaming setup there's room back there, so it's not as if I'm like laid up against a wall where I can mount the TV. So I would have to find like a desk mount that is like sturdy and stable so that I can have like the TV up here. But see, that's the thing though, because you're saying the way that yours is, you don't have to, it's not, your TV's at eye level. And I mean, I guess if I want to just have like the TV be the main one and then I don't know. It's something to think about. It's definitely something to think about. Now that I've realized we now have a field of view slider in Destiny, so now I don't have to be like, oh, I have to turn a lot more to see on this side. I can see everything. So that's very exciting. For me personally. But yes, so while we are waiting, let me go through recovery and elect. This is Nazareth Sin. I mean, I'll keep it because it's 60, but I'm probably going to dismantle that. And plus also infusion fodder. We are definitely all about that right now. We actually are like, we've hit our base level 1260 on our warlock. So we are actually able to, you know, when we get like powerful gear, like powerful engrams and prime engrams, it's all 1260. It's going to all be 1260. So now is where we really start to like craft our loadout and everything and make it so that it really works for us. So yeah, I have a kind of like a philosophy with this loadout as well. Because I'm still getting used to it and adjusting to it, and it's not even just like me when I adjust to it, it's how my teammates are playing as well. If we're doing good as a team, then I stick with it, but if my, you know, teammates, if we aren't really like cooperating and aren't really like, you know, doing good, then I'll switch to the kind of like the pulse rifle. Okay, thank you. So like things like that, I'm like, no, I'm not going to switch off of this loadout for that. But there are definitely, and this, you know, and it was kind of like a learning experience because there's definitely some like learnings that I had to thank you. I mean, that was definitely have that. Okay. Let's have everything like correct. So hand cannon, bow. Yes, have everything. Eventually I will show everyone what exactly I'm working with in terms of like the loadout, how it works and everything. It's just that I have things to talk about, so. And where's that foe? I want to say he's back here and he's giving up. No, he's on the other side. All right. I mean, we're with a really good team, so this is. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna say this is cake. This will be cake or anything of the sort, because I've definitely had moments where I thought it was going to be an easy win. I thought we were up pool, and then all of a sudden, my teammates just all of a sudden started having no act right, and then we lost. Go. Well, one has given up. One's probably leaving. To which say, you know, can we leave that in 2020? Like, you joined Solo Crucible for a reason. Oh, he tried it. He was a good attempt. But do you see how it works out? Like, and I can promise you, it feels as good as it looks. Like, once you're able to like master it, okay, so okay. So we know that stasis does not go. I'm watching TV. I'm watching Facebook on my TV with the hook through my PC tower. Oh yeah, I know that you can like use like an actual TV as a monitor, and that would just be amazing. I just don't. The way that my setup is right now, it will not support. It will not support like my 32-inch screen. It will not support it. Like, I would have to get rid, because I have like dual like two screens. I'd have to give up both of those screens in order to put the one on, unless there's like a mount and I have like the 32 on the base and then like one here and one there, which is an option. Like that's definitely an option. I just haven't really thought about it, because I've always, you know, just in my mind always thought about, I don't really need it. My two things, you know? I enjoy it. All right, let's lock them in. Yeah. So they're all over somewhere. They're definitely not over here, though. Yeah, do we want to... Okay. These are just horrible, like, these are horrible things on me. Has nothing to do with the loadout. But these are just... This is what I mean by I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, because I have two teammates who decided, hey, we're going to use both our supers, because... How were you shooting me and I was behind cover? Okay. That's very interesting. But again, I had two teammates who decided, hey, we're going to push them. This is a done deal. We're just going to go ahead, use up both our supers, and just completely just go for it, you know? Which you can't control. I would tell them, hey, let's back it up a little bit. It's not as if this is final round. We don't know what will happen. So like, let's be a little bit, you know, let's be a little bit more conscientious, please. That is the only thing about this loadout that I don't like. Fighting against fusion rifles is the worst, because by the time you get them with the bow first, I don't know the counter to that. Now, I'm not sure if there's like a perk for the bow that really got that. I'm not sure if there is a perk with the bow that really knocks. So it's like we have like high caliber rounds. Not sure we have something like that for the bow, because if we did, then I would absolutely say, hey, finally. That is like one of the first times Get out of here. That is one of the first times that I have actually successfully dodged a Jotun shot. One of the very first times that I've done that. Like, I can't see the PlayStation. Okay, so looks like you guys can't hear the PlayStation audio, so, and I know exactly why that is, so I will definitely fix that. Okay, are they trying to do the, oh, you're contacting Destiny servers now? Is that what they're trying to do now? That's exactly what they're trying to do. There we go. It's a good thing I didn't use my super there, because I would have been so mad if it was like, no one is having technical problems, Bungie. Like, literally, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. It's PlayStation is connected to. Do I have? It's connected to. I mean, maybe that would help. So if this keeps happening, what I'm going to do, and what I had it before, well, no, I didn't have it directly before, but I did do, I went through and adjusted it and made some changes so that I could use basically like, I could like, have it connected, have my console connected to the internet, through my PC tower, and in that I would be able to add like an extra layer of like protection with like, you know, DDoSing and everything. I had that extra layer of protection on there, but then I decided I decided that I wanted to do like power line adapter. So that's basically, you know, it's like you're getting like a hard connection through your electricity, which, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, the place that I currently live in is like very, I wouldn't say like very old or anything, like it's not run down or anything, but the wiring is like very sensitive, and we had like some electricity issues, and that was basically what they found, was that they like basically, I mean, I guess you could call it a shoddy work. I'm not sure, you know, how electricians, you know, define that. But basically they kind of cut corners, and like, instead of like, you know, cutting certain things off and saying, okay, this is, you know, like, hey, this line is only gonna go to the bedroom, or this line is only gonna be to the second room. Like, literally one of the lines connected like the full right side of the apartment, like of our actual apartment. So like, when we're having an issue, like the whole one side of the full wall was out. So that was what happened there. And so as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, probably, and so this would be, so after this round, this would be one of the maps where I would switch to my backup loadout, only because the way that things are and the way like what this map is, it just needs a little bit more skill, like with the loadout that I have. Okay, I guess I didn't want to pick it. Oh, right. And it's doing this again. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that again, like figure out how to connect my console to my PC, so that it's getting like a reliable connection through my PC, which absolutely can happen, rather than like going through like an internet thing, which is probably because like I have my PC connected that way, and the console that way. It's probably like, yeah, like this is no. And now I'm timed out. Okay, so in that case, let's figure out how we're gonna do this now. So if I do, I mean, and it may not even be that. Let me see. Let me go here real quick. Like, okay. So before we try that, let's try switching. We're gonna just try switching to a to Wi-Fi. Because sometimes in like very weird cases, the Wi-Fi, like connecting to the Wi-Fi does better than the power line adapting. Which I get it. I mean, not really, but sure. There we go. But it kind of leaves us into the, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you gotta, you know, roll with the timeouts, the punches, and whatnot, and you know, be forced to play some regular Crucible for a match or two. Okay. Like, how long is the timeout? It doesn't say, so it's just completing your ratio of complete to incomplete glory rank matches is too low. You are temporarily suspended from glory rank playlists if you're having connectivity troubles. Okay, well, I think it's just like 10 minutes, I believe. So, what is that? Like 2 control matches? That should be fine. And then we'll be able to see, we'll see how the connection is kind of like stable, you know? All right. Let's try this. So, I mean, our connection bar is all the way up. Let's see if it holds. my stasis grenade does not like me, but that's okay. I was kind of asking for that one though. I just kind of went in. Wasn't even really like prepared at all. Fine. Okay. And see, and that's kind of like the thing, especially with this loadout, that's kind of the thing. Against one enemy, perfect. If you happen to get like bombarded, not the loadout you want. Okay, good on him, good on him. But I'm liking the way that this connection is working out. We are holding a way better connection, so. Oh, that's why. I was like, I just hit you. How does that even happen? But I saw exactly how that happened, homie. They duped me. That's exactly what happened. They duped me. Dude, that was super on his face. Get it. Understand. I also understand that the team doesn't like getting actual points, so. Are they like, okay, there's only two, because I'm like, they seem to be having like super intellectual like game sense. Like, okay, this one's going to go this way, so with him going there, I'm going to go here. Will this collapse on him, you know? And I'm saying, not saying that that doesn't happen, that that's not possible for anyone to be able to do. I'm just saying it's very suspicious that we've came across that a couple of times now. But you know what isn't suspicious? The fact that literally no one on the team seems to be trying to go for another point. Like, literally majority of them are on B. Why is no one going for A? Except for this Nash 5 frames. Yes, please, let's get this. Homie wasn't even looking at me. Was not even looking at me. And yet was able to secure the shotgun shot. Yes, yes. Stay with me. Thank you, Titan. Oh, Titan. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, let's go back, get B. Now we're on to it. And we realize that the more people on a point, the faster we capture it. Okay, yep. Just make sure to stand on A. Like, make sure to stand on it. There's a lot of stasis going on. Not liking it. Yeah, there's a lot of stasis going on. I do need this special. Yeah, think that's me. Think that's me. Ah, crap. Oh, dang it. I was literally about to say, I can't believe I made it out of that. I almost would have got away with the 2 if people weren't running around. The way he was frozen just looked really funny. That would happen right as I'm popping it. And it's weird. I just hate the way where it's like, okay, depending on what's going on, you can be moving when you pop your super. Like, that's definitely something that can be happening. Or you can be standing perfectly still, and that is the only thing of what will be happening. You will stand still. You can move around the camera a little bit to be like, ooh, really crazy picture frame. But you can't move when you pop your super. And that's because you were unlucky enough to pop it in a, you didn't time it well enough where you could be moving and pumping your super. And combat efficiency was still over 1, so I'm content with that. Content, could we have done better? A lot better. Let's see if we're still timed out. Yeah, we're still timed out. Let's do another one. Actually, let's do Rumble. Let's do a little rumbly grumbly. And, and not press up, but okay. Rumbly grumbly and prepare our second cup of coffee. And then when it comes to the excess, what I really enjoy doing is pretty much, I mean, I wouldn't say torture, but it is kind of like, it's kind of like, it's not really what I want to do. But I'll drink just black coffee. Like the third cup is always just like black coffee. Or I can do as I'm doing now and just, Bottoms up, if you will. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm not going to chug that because it's still hot. That's that, you know? I was very like gung ho with the like bottoms up until I like raised it up to my lips and I was like, okay, maybe not bottoms all the way up, but like partially up. There's definitely got to be 5 more other people who want to do Rumble. It should not have taken as long as it did. Nice try, buddy. Another nice try, buddy. Oh, I have damage boost, that's why. I was like, sometimes that bow like works, and then sometimes it just doesn't. Do you think they hate me? Oh, he does. Oh, he absolutely hates me. There we go. Yeah, that crown over, we've killed like 3 times back to back to back. He is not a big fan of me right now. Like, I see that there's someone over here. Where are you? And there's gotcha. So like, are they even like really playing? I know some people like literally will just hang around in a rumble match because it's like quick. But like, come on, give me something. Good, gotcha, good. Clearly, we're trying to go for a, what's that? Sum of all tears. Which we were able to successfully do once. We were actually able to get it done like one time. And it was the real one, not, oh, this person? Or we did it in a private match. It was in a public match. I forgot what loadout I was using, but He could have just died. If he would have like dodged just a couple more times, he would have made it out of there so alive. Literally, now I have the target on my back. Unless they just got, unless they got just like tunnel visioned. Oh, if I would have did like a limp arrow, that would have been hilarious. Hilarious. I love how I really do. I love how this loadout or this like combination of kills, like how to do the kills and when you get the kills, the game does not catch up. Like the game literally is a delay, like a 1 second delay before acknowledging, oh yeah, you got that kill. Where are you? Dude, could have been my kill. Should have been my kill. Wow. I was like, how did he get the how did he get the kill? But I guess it was a trade, so that makes sense. That was totally all mine. Opponents defeated. Defeated 20. That last one should have been mine. But you know what? It's fine. Let's check again. Nope, still suspended. All right. Oh, we were in the middle of chugging. Again, it's not torture. It's just it's just you know, I don't even have a word for it. It's just like like that's it. That's all. That's all I gotta say about it. Just I just want it to be over. And then the way that it is, it's like there's a little bit of grounds left over. Here, this is what I will do. That's good coffee. So then we'll do this. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just get all the excess. We'll get the excess rounds as well. And there. Now, it'll be a little bit, it'll be like a little bit like not as sweet. Wonder what other people feel when they die to that. Like, it's like they just like, is it like a instant, they just like instantly die and they're just like, wait, what? Okay. Okay. Again, that is the only bad thing about this kind of like loadout. It has to be like an instantaneous thing. You can't, you know, it's not as if it's like a pulse rifle where it's like, okay, you know, some shots will hit. You can like kind of like spray against some people, you know, and like get a and like you can get, you know, kind of like, you know, I was like, what word am I looking for? Forgiving. This loadout is not very forgiving. I thought a special. Now I'm not. Yeah, that's that too. When playing against stasis, clearly that is not. Okay, that's also a bad thing. I'm pretty sure, although I'm pretty sure there's something I can equip. I guess give me, I'm not sure if it's like scavenger or reserves. Like, which one should I be looking for? Why Ariana is not a why Ariana is not A2 body shot, I just don't understand. Like, I get it, people already have, you know, hand cannons is OP. They kind of already have that mentality in their mind, but I don't understand why Ariana's has the same kind of like, why does it have the same I guess you could call it TTK, but why does it require the same amount of like execution? At the end, I don't want to say like TTK, I want to say more of like the execution required. Because like I get, it's like, okay, the way that I feel like they made it was 120s require a 120 or 120s, they're now 120s. 120s kind of like require like 2 headshots, I believe, or is it like, 1 headshot, 2 body shot? And then 140s, I'm not entirely sure. Like, to be honest, I'm not the most well versed. Like, hey, here are the TTKs of all the hand cannons. But I feel like Ariana's Vow is a 90 round per second hand cannon. It's exotic, like, and it's comparable to a sniper. Like, come on. But that's just my opinion. That is my opinion all the way. And I just feel like, hey, it's at a oh, those are two. I was about to say, oh, what's happened? Okay, yeah, break up those teams. Can I play? Yes, I can now. Great. And now we should be doing spectacular, with the idea that we now have a more stable connection. Let's see. Exactly. And some of these in. Hey, that's what we need. We really need the glimmer one. Cause yeah. So we can make a couple cookies. Where's Crow? You only make 4 cookies for him right now, so we'll make those 4 cookies for him. Where's Ikora? Make 13 cookies for her. I mean, since they just basically want to, put Ikora out of, something to do, we'll just do that. Make sure she has her cookies. Zer makes 17. Because Zer doesn't come around a lot. So we've got to give him cookies. We got to make sure he feels welcome, feels respected, and that he's really feeling that dawning spirit, Last time, I gave Riven a crap ton of cookies. She got a couple cookies. She doesn't need any more cookies. Plus, I don't even think I have the checkpoint anymore. But we'll give Saint 14 some cookies. He, it's not just him anymore. I think what happens there is we're giving him a lot of cookies, but we should divide that in half because I really think that he's sharing these, he's sharing some of these with Osiris. Like, Osiris is definitely getting some of these cookies. Can I finish? I get it. I'm in a match, but I want to finish. At least say 14s. Thank you. That's gracious. Now's not that time for bacon cookies. Shax, if I have the material, you will get cookies too. Yeah, so this is probably going to be another one of those maps where... Crap. I keep underestimating and that's more on my fault. I keep underestimating the effect of the slow grenade. Like, it'll throw and I'm just like, oh, it won't freeze me. It won't freeze me. It'll almost freeze me. It won't freeze me. And it freezes me every single time. Oh, he's like, oh, I have lame on art. Okay. So then this is when we do this. And you see how easy that is? We just switch it up automatically. I'm getting rid of some of these blues because I hate them. I could have swore I had all my health back, but okay. Also, I need to check that before I did. Oh, I know what I did. Was like, wait, I need to check that because my should have 100 in both recovery and intellect. There we go. Okay, so I mean, he tried. We're doing pretty good. So here's the thing. Probably snipers not the best because they don't stay in one spot, so we're gonna do that. And even though our loadout is not at all spec'd for a shotgun, or our gear rather is not spec'd at all for a shotgun, we are going to proceed with the plan. Don't understand why is it that my teammates are with me until I need them with me and then all of a sudden they're not. Oh, and then someone left. Ow. Yep, you get, hey, this team is really, really good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave. Okay. Or the counter to that would be, well, let me see what I can learn from them, you know? Let me see what they're gonna do. I mean, since we're basically gonna lose, let me just readjust to that. But yeah, that's just something I just don't understand, especially when it's like, okay, that's what you signed up for when you said, let me bring my behind into Freelance Crucible. You didn't ask to be matched against people who were, you know, like, let me match against, oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. That should have worked, but okay. Like, unless Bungie thought it would be funny and was like, okay, let's match him against like these really, really big people, and let's make sure that he doesn't leave again. Because I'm like, you know, that's it's kind of mean. It's very mean, but okay, I get it. But one thing that I was, I mean, I could do. It would just have to depend on. Yeah, so it would just have to depend on, well, not exactly. So here's what I'm thinking. If we were to do take that loadout and do well, let's finish this. Well, let me see a few things first. Let me just clear that. Let's see a few things. No, I don't want to do the monolith. Let me. Oh, that's what I was also gonna do. Oh, no. There we go. Now all the audio should be able to be heard. There we go. Basically, I know there was like a couple of things in there. Basically, I'm going to switch this loadout up in terms of the weapon. So rather than, okay, that I guess I didn't draw the bow as far. But basically, I want to do Lay Monarch. I want to do Lay Monarch with my True Prophecy, because I feel like with that, oh, that was just luck. That was pure luck. Okay. But basically, I want to do Lay Monarch with True Prophecy. And basically why I want to do that is because, there we go. Okay, well, you do that. Yeah, y'all get him. Why I want to do that is because with Lay Monarch, if I do one hit with Lay Monarch, a really good like Meruan, or is that like Maruan, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that, but thank you so much for liking the stream. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful and happy new year. But I want to switch to that because I feel like with Lay Monarch, if I, get that instant bow hit, it does the poison damage, but then also I can switch to my True Prophecy a lot faster and be able to get that off a lot faster than Ariana's Vow. Okay, well, again, no matter who does it, I always feel like it's a bad situation to be in when solo comp means, one teammate is gone. Like, I hate that. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Like, absolutely hate it. It's a horrible experience all around, And then it doesn't help when it's just like, okay, that was like literally was the first match. Do you know how many times like I've been in matches where we were able, like the enemy and everything, like we were able to like turn it around, and just because they win the first round does not mean that they're going to, win the whole game. That goes for anyone. And then here's my thing. It's widely understood that the penalty just sucks. If you're, and I know, I mean, I just went through a penalty, but I feel like we should have Bungie at this point should have a more robust system that should be able to tell you if it's a connection leave or if it's a intentional leave. Like that, it's like, okay, if someone's like, clearly I get it, a leave is a leave, and if someone is leaving because of like a connection, I do feel like it's like one of those, okay, we're not going to sit here and we're not going to sit here and keep allowing someone with a horrible connection to just keep connecting in. We're going to if you keep leaving at a certain time and everything, if your connection is like not good, if your connection is not good and you keep on leaving, fix your internet. Like that's definitely you need to go fix your internet kind of thing. I get that. But if someone is in your system, if someone is intentionally leaving all the time, you should be able to detect that, and you should be able to be like, hey, we're actually, oh, you intentionally left like twice. Oh, and you did it back to back. Yeah, you're out of here for a week. Automatically. You can play regular Crucible, you can, or not even that, because then it's just like, okay, well, I think it's just, it's that, fear of, well, we don't want to make any players, it's like there's this whole thing about it's I feel like it's a whole thing about player protection. Like, why are you protecting the bad players of the game, I get numbers look good, and you want to be able to be like, oh, we have like this massive amounts of players all the time and whatnot. And this is what's going to get on my nerves. It's like, this dude is really going to try, and it's like, okay, it's honestly, it's 3v1. It's not as if like literally that last match was, okay, he's given up, he's the last one. but he's really going to like try this out. And instead of just, you know, like, yo, let's just call it even. You know you're going to lose this, but you can protect your KD by just calling it, you know. Like you can protect the loss so that it's not as bad. But yet this dude is really going to go on a mission and be like, no, I'm a fighter until the end. Okay. Okay, dude. I mean, I guess, you know, don't go down without a fight. The true alpha with the username like that, I get it. I get it. Totally get it. And now this could have been over already. Then there's multiple layers to this. There's multiple layers to this problem. The fact that we could have been done with this already, and we are literally dragging this out. Literally dragging this out simply because he wants to, you know, put up a make a statement. Not sure if that's what you want to call it. You got NY Rican over here. Just like, nah, we ain't going for that. We ain't fighting. Not at all. But I actually could use the I could actually use the kills and everything. Could absolutely use it. So that's why I do that. Sweet. Okay, so before we do that, let me get out kind of like my idea of what I wanted to do. I really wish I could compare the stat. Well, I mean, stability is kind of like the same. Let me see. Well, I definitely know I need to go into my collections and get out a Loadout. Draw time is 684. What is this one? 648, 684. All right. Yeah, just because I am swimming in it, swimming in the upgrade modules. This one does not have. Okay, increases capacity. That increases everything. Faster time to aim down sights. Okay. 9480. Yeah, this is the loadout that my bow and hand cannon doesn't. It's not like fully like up to speed just yet. There's a couple of pieces that I need to really make it flourish. Okay. I feel like, yeah, let's try that one. Okay. All right, let's give this one a go. Let's give this one a try. And I just want to see. I just want to try it out because here's my thinking. If I do it right, the poison arrow, because especially with the way that we use it, it's like just as we get to where we need, we release it and shoot. If there is any excess damage, the poison will get it. But also, this has more impact. I'm gonna say, let's see. So if we go, we're gonna use Destiny Item Manager as usual, and then let's compare. What's that? Update dim. Sure. Yeah, let's update dim. I don't know why dim wouldn't have been updated before, but sure, let's update dim. So if we do that, compare. No, I want to. Can I only compare it to combat? There we go. Okay. I was about to say, can I only compare it to primary bows? Like that's pretty rude. Okay. No power limit. Draw time, it's at a disadvantage. Accuracy, at a disadvantage, but stability, handling, aim assist, and inventory size. That's all a lot better. And then, okay. And then I need to, and then on the next one, I'll go ahead and compare Ariana's value to my True Prophecy. Okay, so it still has that 1-2 kind of combination that we really like, that we enjoy. Okay. Okay, so it's not axe. Oh, that's probably plays a part. Because with biting winds, we have quick access sling. Okay. I was about to say, why isn't it like switching? Why isn't it like switching very quickly? Okay, so that's definitely a Tom. Using Le Monarch with True Prophecy. Okay. All right. So let's there we go. I was gonna say, let's switch these out just for a little bit, because that is definitely something that will impact whichever one we're using. All right. Like no one else, literally there's no one else there. Yeah, and I mean, I guess it doesn't just have to be... I really hate the fusion rifles. Like, it's just something about the fusion rifles that I just... Ugh, you know? That should have definitely connected with at least one of them, but I get it when they're just like routed, like 2v1 versus a precision, versus like a more precision. By the way, I'm just gonna switch out to, nope, let's do that, but let's switch these around to do that. Multiple enemies in a precision based, you know, like with the precision based loadout, going against multiple enemies is kind of hard, unless in that I was using Cloud Strike, which does a really great job in saying, hey, stop grouping up with each other. But if that was the case, it'll be sniper rifle with bow, which is not a good combination at all. I want my adored Bungie. I want my adored back. Thank you. Oh, I was gonna be so mad. It's always the stupid adored. Like, wow. Wow. I mean, good on them. Good on them for that, instead of just being super focused on the kills. But like, wow, you know?
Show them the true meaning of war.
Really wish sometimes if when we go on like a if we go like on a good rampage, you know, we're going through getting a lot of kills, you know, evening out previous mishaps, that my team isn't just out there just letting the enemy team like wreck us, you know? And then I get knocked out even though I did a lot of the kills. Yeah, make sure to go over there. They do like to capture the point. Yeah, well, really not a lot we could do there. But this is okay. This is what I called fabled hell. I literally just declared that a thing right now. But I've always felt it. I feel like there's like this point of you get the really good people in Fabled, because I feel like that's where a lot of and this is I mean it would be like an equivalent to like a conspiracy theory, but I feel like when it comes to mythic, once you hit mythic level, you're not playing with just mythics. Like the when that's when it starts to like, okay, we're gonna put 2 people who are in mythic on a team, and then let's do like a fabled, you know, let's do like a fabled per team, because not a lot of people in this vicinity, or however they do the matchmaking, not a lot of people are in this mythic sphere. So when you get to mythic, that's what happens. But when you're in fabled, a lot of people like sitting there, so you're actually so it's like, you know, you're playing against like, I mean, I guess it's kind of like that, you know, you're playing against like really skilled people, really skilled, you know, people who are in fabled, where it's like, you know, the likelihood that you're going to play with, you know, really, I guess, like really sweaty, really like oh, I know what I'm doing and I can do it, you're going to encounter a lot more of those people in Fabled than you are going to in Mythic. Unfortunately, also with Fabled, you get a lot of people where we've seen a lot of people will bounce out after their team loses the first round. It's like, nah, this team sucks. I'm out of here. You know, what the ban is only 10 minutes. I'm out of here, and it's just like, well, that's not a good it's not a good position to take, you know. Just need to do I just need to do a lot more with this loadout. Do I have another thermal, what is that, thermal erosion? Because I really like that machine gun. I really do enjoy the thermal erosion. I just have to find one that like really speaks to me. It looks like I have a couple. I mean, this one kind of speaks to me. Through the trees. I always want to say that at that part. No idea how he ended up behind us. None. You couldn't even pay me a lot of money to just assume where he came from, because I couldn't tell you. Yeah, get that out of here.
Only 1 minute left. Enemy team is out of life. Topple that.
Nice. Oh, well. I mean, at least it's equal. At least it's equal. Okay, yeah. Like, if one team, like, if you're going to team up and you're going to go as a unit, go for it. Go for it. You know, if you see one of your teammates like, I'm pushing up, there's a barrier, then push the barrier. Like, literally push the barrier. He can't shoot. It's not the one where he can shoot through. And if you both charge it, what is he gonna do? Can't seismic strike, can't shoulder charge. Thank you. Like, this whole spread out tactic, it's very confusing.
You're out of lives. Fight on just a second.
Sturm is a primary, right? Want to say Sturm is the primary?
Take it.
little bit curious about what they were trying to do there.
Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them.
Not really a lot I can do with no power ammo. And I kind of don't want to die. There we go.
By a team that fights together, stays together. One opponent remains.
Are you gonna hop up? Feel like you're gonna hop up.
Slay your enemy and they stay dead.
Come on, buddy. I must have had a charge light. No, I did not have a charge light. Okay. I was like, there's, unless the other guy kind of died, or unless something happened on that other end. Way to start that off. True. I literally, I did not have to die. I did not have to die.
One minute. Your team's out of line. No lives left for your enemy. Destroy them.
I'm just in shock. Tommy was like, there's a radius on the floor. There's a radius on the floor. And if someone comes within that radius, they're supposed to freeze. And homie was clearly within that radius. Clearly within that radius, and he was just, let me just shotgun you. Not gonna give you that. Oh.
Your team's out of line.
But I do wish though that we would stop letting them get the heavy. know, I just feel like we'd be a lot better off
Both teams out of reserve.
if we just stop letting them get the type of ammo that just, you know.
Tiebreaker active. End is coming. Fight! Allies down. Live extinguished.
There's just sometimes where it gets kind of frustrating because it's literally like I just don't even know. I just don't even know. Like, I mean, we're all very similar. I mean, it's not as if any one team wiped the other out. So it just comes to, okay, how do we essentially like work together as a team, even though 9 times out of 10 none of us are actually going to, you know, turn on our mics to communicate with each other. Otherwise we could just LFG for that. But it's like, how do you use your in-game awareness, the situational awareness of, you know, but take a look at what's going on and have like a shared sense of what's that, of priority. Like if the enemy team is constantly getting the power ammo, why will we not play closer to the power ammo so that we can ensure that at least we know they're going to go for it and we can take them out before they go for it and before they get it, and we'll have a good chance of being able to get it ourselves in order to secure the round. But rather we still decide that we just don't want to be near it. Don't be near it. I'm kind of confused about that.
Survival. Every death will cost you, Guardian. Fight smart. Five lives left.
Yeah, I'm not going there. Absolutely not going there. But I will pick that up, because that is definitely needed. Longest reload speed.
You're ahead on line. 3 lives left.
Yeah, I shouldn't have pushed that. Now that's the important thing. Being able to acknowledge when it's your fault and you know, when it's not. When you've done what you could do.
30 seconds. Let your enemy and the stages unfold remains.
Yes, please give me all the special. Give me all the special. I need it. I need it.
Round start. You're ahead.
Let's go over here. Okay. Again, especially when you're that close to, like, like, I want to say there's a good argument somewhere for why Ariana's needs to be a two-shot. Like, somewhere there is a good argument somewhere, and I know someone has it. Someone has it out there. Someone has the reason for why Ariana's needs to be a two-shot. Like, I would even argue two-shot across the board, whether it's you know, whether it's two body shots, two head shots, or one head, one body. I just feel like Ariana's just needs to be two hit.
30 seconds. Let your enemy and the stages.
Ran out of ammo there. Merc, thank you so much for liking the stream, Merc. I really hope that you're having a wonderful new year. Wow. Wow. Wow, Merc. Not Merc, not you. Sorry, I was going through sorry, I was going through several different things in my mind. And I was like, wow, okay. I just want to check here and just make sure. There we go. Yeah, he's got that silence and squall. Okay, good on him. Good on him. That was very good use. Very good use of his abilities. Thank you so much, Merc. Having a wonderful New Year's, beginning of the New Year so far. Mentalities, you know, really good heading into the New Year, so. Thank you. Thank you, True. Thank you, True. True was the one that we played with last time. You know how I know? Because you never forget. You never forget someone who will see that the enemy is playing peekaboo and just can't quite get a handle on where he's going to be so that you can team shoot him. That was a mess and a half. That was honestly a mess and a half. It was a funny mess and a half, but yeah, that was interesting. That was That was tough. That was rough.
You have them where you want them.
All right, guess we'll use our super now. Yeah, Captain Kirk, you rev it up. You rev that motorcycle up. Ain't gonna push. Thank you. Cause that's bull crap. I feel like just as, you know, there's the way that some supers take, you know, not that it takes precedence over another, but just, you know, in terms of like a hierarchy of like power and which one like is, you know, a bit more powerful. I feel like Stasis should behave that same way. Just don't think it's helpful, like at all, to just be like, well, he did freeze him first. Okay, well, yeah, well, go ahead, use all the supers. Use them all. What have you got to lose except for the round? Well, I mean, in this case, you've got the whole match to lose, so. Oh, he's lucky. He is lucky we had already won the match. Hey. Hey. Just never really liked that it just didn't. I mean, and I get why, but why it doesn't automatically put you, like, keep you in the queue. Why doesn't it just automatically keep you in the queue, especially if you stay? Like, I feel like at this time it just keeps happening. Like, you know, if you didn't want to stay in Crucible, then you would leave, you know? Like, so many people do it all the time, especially when they go through and like they go through and like the moment the match ends, people like leave to re-queue back up. So if I stay throughout all of that and, you know, don't back out, don't, you know, hold down triangle, I just let it run its course, just keep me in the playlist. Clearly I want to be kept in the playlist. That's just me.
Every death will cost you, Guardian. Fight smart.
Okay, this is oh no, we played on this map before with our loadout. I'll say this is a new map. We haven't tried this
5 lives left.
but we have in fact tried it. And a lot of what just happened there has happened before.
Lives left.
The thing, yeah, and that's the thing. The thing about this loadout, it's very like, as I'm sure you could tell, it's very it's like cautiously go. There we go. It's like, you know, it's very precise, but it also has it at least for me, it's precise. But it also gives me kind of like that rush feeling that I get when I'm just like charge 'em. I really gotta get down the really monitoring how much heavy ammo I have left, because that is definitely a weakness. Like, that is definitely a weakness of mine. I mean I mean, this is definitely going to be an interesting match. Definitely going to be interesting.
But one team must fall.
I just have to dance on that because that's very interesting. Oh, my other teammates died. Interesting. I mean, it'd be very interesting if we take this round, but I kinda want to say this round goes to them.
No more lives on your side.
Didn't even see him.
No one left to fight in your place. So fight. 30 seconds.
Yeah, no. I'm not going to let them, I mean, even though two of them already got it, I'm not going to go through and let them get their super. Like, the round is done. Not going to drag it out. Not going to go on a 9-0. Absolutely not. Would it have been amazing if I did? Absolutely. But the odds that I would have? Yeah. Nah. I'd rather we do what we're doing now. Just a little soft reset. little soft reset of the values, a little soft reset of the skills.
5 lives.
Alright. Definitely gonna miss that ammo. Definitely gonna miss that ammo, but you know.
Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them. 1 minute left. The enemy is out of second chances.
Hey, and you lost all your super. There was no canceling it before. There was none of that. You have no more. Sir Chaos Reach.
Last light. This is it. 10 seconds. You're out of line. Fight on just a second. Tiebreaker active. You have 1 life.
I'm just confused though. Like, literally, we still have a life left. Like,
Opposing
I mean, and I guess that kind of works. I mean, I guess, you know, in terms of like, what realistically can I do? Can I get a, you know, to secure the round in like a 4v0, like get 4 kills? It's reasonable. I could do that. You know?
5 lives left.
I'm just going to say that my view was obstructed. Now I kind of know what the follow-up to that is. It's like, well, you stayed, you know? And to that, I would say, yeah, you absolutely got a point. I stayed. Could have easily.
Enemy team is out of line.
Okay, I cannot be doing that.
Enemy
And by doing that, I mean I cannot be pressing the wrong button.
3 lives left.
Y'all, okay, I was about to say, if he did not get a kill with that rocket, with homie, like, right behind him. That would have been sad.
Slay your enemy.
Kinda would have been sad. Oh, I could use this ammo, though. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh my god, dang it. Oh. It was a landmine.
Stop. You're in the lead.
Landmine of ammo. Alright, now we've got to be just a little bit careful. I question that.
Lives left.
I question that he seemed to have popped his Chaos Reach after I froze him,
4 lives on your side.
because the way that that looked to be working out. Ooh, wrong way. God dang it. That was just, that was bullcrap. Please don't use your super. Please don't use your super. That was just a little bit of misfortune. He deserved that because he was looking down that scope. he was aiming down sight, like literally nobody's business. What? Well, we definitely know it's not me this time. Oh, crap. Reset. Okay. I was like, excuse me, what? But yeah, because they gotta do the whole refresh all the stuff. Get Zurin here, get Zurin here, get, gosh dang, what's that? Trials of Osiris popping. All of that. Let's see if we can quickly get back in. And if we are able to get back in, and it like lets us rejoin. And then if we actually get in and we're the only one that rejoins. That would be funny. But I don't think that we'll be able to get in. As it is connecting. Is it telling us that we have to wait until... Do we have to wait until 9 o'clock and then join? Or did we all need to do just what I did right now and just do that hard, close it down, open it back up, you know? Well, looks like it's the game, definitely. Okay. There we go. It's looking like it's not gonna let us connect, so I'm just going to take that as to mean that game's broken. I mean, it's not broken. Let me not be let me not be dramatic, but it's broken. They need to, update it, do all the things that they need to do. So 9 o'clock, everything will be good to go. But I'm going to end up calling it right there, simply because I need to take some time to figure out what's going on with the Lumx camera. Being quite honest, because that is still something in my mind that I'm like, what the heck is going on? So yeah, so we're gonna call it there, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the likes and the follows. So of course we will have our chip carving stream today around 8 p.m. PST, and that of course is going to be on our Twitch and YouTube. So everything hopefully will be set up by then. Just keep an eye out on the space, so follow all the social media channels and whatnot, to keep an eye out for that, because if I can't get my camera working, then we may delay that. Only because, again, there's two cameras. I need two cameras. And if one camera is broken, if one camera is not working, I definitely want to go ahead and fix that and see what's going on there, so that we can, proceed as usual and as normal. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Again, I hope you all are having a wonderful new year. Last year was, as we all know, is pretty tough. This year, as like I was saying before, not before here, but like before, like on social media and everything, a lot of people, especially in the content creator space, I see everyone going for like their goals, and they're like, oh, this is my goal, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want to do. I really think like the motto for 2021 for everyone is define your own success. Don't let other people, define your success. Because quite often what we see happening is a lot of people will, base their ideas on what's going on, or, their ideas of, well, what is, not what's going on, but like, what is it? Like, they base their metrics of success off of other circumstances that they really can't control. Like, yes, sometimes it is crazy to see that, some people, amass like a really big crowd, or, I'm talking in terms of like content creation, only because that is one that I can really identify with and connect with. But also just as a reminder to myself, sometimes it's very easy to see, those creators with, thousands of viewers or even hundreds of viewers. And it's very easy to forget that they put in the time, they put in the work to amass that kind of following, and even if for myself, even if it's like, well, I put in some time, and it's just not happening as fast. It's like, well, that's the way that life is. Not everyone, there's no linear path for everyone's success. Otherwise, if there was, then everyone would be doing it. Everyone has their own different journeys. Some people achieve it in a couple of months. Some people, have to wait a couple of years. Now, whether or not you are one of those individuals that, meet it in a couple of months or a couple of years depends on a lot of things within your grasp and also outside of your grasp. You just never know. But don't let other people's, kind of like, don't let other people define what that means to be successful, to be a successful channel. Don't let other people define that for you. Define it for yourself. If it does take you a couple of amount of time, like, then acknowledge that, or figure out what you can do, within your control to change that. Like, what can I do to kind of like speed that up, and work from there. But that's all, that's just the note I wanted to leave it out on, as a lot of people, are going through what's their New Year's resolutions and, kind of thinking about their goals within the next year. More than likely, if I can get everything set up and we can get the camera back to working, I do want to, talk a little bit about, those goals as we're going through and carving. But, some of the goals that I want to do, and, how I'm, going through that, like making sure that I have like not a steady path, but some of the changes and some of the things that I want to do moving forward, especially as I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, try something different. I want to try some new different things. So if you want to see about that and hear about that, definitely please check out the stream that's going to be happening later today, 8 p.m. Again, that's going to be on our Twitch and YouTube channel. So please go ahead, follow the links and whatnot, and I hope to see you there. Otherwise, it was a good one. I'll catch you on the next one.